Hello everyone, my name is Carolyn Greenberg and I'm part of community programming at the JCC. So today we're going to be making Matzah Lasagna so that you can have something maybe new and fun to make during your Passover holiday. So this recipe was brought to us by Talia, our shlicha, which is our Israeli emissary. She's spending much time with us and sharing her wonderful recipes from her mom, actually, from Israel. Okay, so let's get started. What you need are some sweet potatoes, or yams are fine too, mushrooms, eggplant, onion, of course, matzah, and this is not the egg matzah, it's the other kind of matzah, not the egg. Okay. And cottage cheese, and salt and pepper, and mozzarella cheese, and sauce. Any kind of sauce will do. Homemade tomato sauce, of course, is the best. This came from our favorite jar. Okay, so let's get started. So I have about, I would say, 2 sweet potatoes. As you can see, they're sliced, maybe 1/4 inch thin. This is the pre-sliced mushrooms. This was from an 8-ounce little container. This is about 1/2 of a large eggplant. See how it's sliced here, a little thin, just, so when you bake it, or I'm gonna roast these, it's nice and thin for the lasagna. You don't want it too chunky. That's what I'm trying to say. And then this is about 1/2 of a medium onion, okay? So what you first want to do is saute the onion and the mushroom, just so they're soft, okay? So I'm going to come on over here. Ooh, sorry. And heat up your pan a little bit. You're gonna add some olive oil. I would say about 1/2 tablespoonful of oil. Just like this. You wanna get the onion and the mushroom moist enough so that it's nice and tender and they're not dry. Okay, so let's start. We'll put the onion in here. Oh, come on in, Anna. It's totally fine. Okay, so you can heat that up because we want to hear it sizzle a little bit. You want to get a nice sizzle in there. So you want to heat up the pan. I think maybe that's ready, maybe not. Let's see if we hear a sizzle. Not really, but okay, that's all right. It will start. It will start to sizzle.
I'm gonna go buy myself some sushi.
And then you take the mushrooms, and I just plop it in the same pan. Just plop it in the same pan. And then, I add a little more olive oil. Like I said, just get those mushrooms a little nice and wet there. You don't want it. And then you just saute until the onions are nice and brown and the mushrooms are very, very tender, very soft. So we'll let that work its way through, and I'll show you the finished project. So this is what it will look like. Okay, there you go. So that's done. I did that ahead of time. And then you want to take your, again, like 1/2 of a large eggplant, and what did I say about it? 2 large yams or sweet potatoes. Plop them on a pan. Plop, plop, plop. Put the eggplant in there. Put a little more in there. Okay, and just sort of work its way in the pan. Separate them, spread it all out. And you're gonna get some, some olive oil. Just drizzle it on a little bit. Mix it through, because this is just, again, keeping things nice and moist there so they don't dry out too much. And it helps when you put some olive oil on there for the salt to stick on it. So now we're going to get a little bit of salt. I just get a sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. And again, just mix it through. And then you're gonna plop it in the oven at around 425 degrees. Like, I know, it's so hot. You think your oven's gonna explode, but that's what makes a nice, robust roasted vegetable. So, okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, keep going, keep going. We want that 425. And there we go, ba-bam. So we'll just pretend it's already preheated. I'll plop it in. Okay, plop it in for about 20 to 25 minutes until they're tender. It might not take that long. Check it when a fork pokes through easily. It's nice and soft. Done. Okay, so this is the finished product with the roasted vegetables, okay? Okay, now we're ready to actually create the lasagna by layering all of the ingredients. So I got a good start going here. Underneath this cottage cheese is a layer of matzah. So you want to put the dry matzah, you don't have to do anything to it, put the dry matzah down on your pan, spread some cottage cheese on it, and I use probably about 12 ounces of cottage cheese for this one lasagna. Okay, then you want to add a little bit of salt, some pepper, nice, maybe a little more pepper. It depends on how spicy you want it. And then you're gonna put your vegetables on. Okay, so I'm gonna use my hand and a spoon because this is for my family. I am keeping it here and eating it. So, you know, I feel free to use my hand a little bit. And then I'll put a little bit of the mushroom and onion that we sauteed earlier. About half. This pan is pretty thin, as you can see, so I'm really only going to be able to do about 2 layers. So I'll use half of each. Okay, so that looks good. Then you are going to put another layer of matzah on this. Again, I'm not using the egg matzah, I'm using the regular matzah. Okay, go like that. And you go like this. And then you see this little piece here? I use it just to cover the ends, okay? So it doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, okay. Like a little puzzle here. Okay, yeah, good enough. Okay. So then I'm going to put the cottage cheese on, spread the cottage cheese. Not too thick. So sometimes I just dump it all on like that. And then, you know, just spread it out. So I'm like holding this matzah a little bit. I'm gonna shove it in here so it doesn't, okay, nice, okay. So again, doesn't have to be perfect. Spread it all around. I'm gonna use as much as I possibly can here. Spread it all around. Spread, 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 spread. Try to get those edges there because this is going to be then refrigerated overnight if you'd like, so you can sop up all the cottage cheesy flavor there. So again, I want to get these ends here. Okay, as much as I can. Alrighty, now salt and pepper, right? Here we go, salt, 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 salt. Little sprinkle. Pepper again, however much you like. All right, and then the veggies. So, again, using my hands. Up, 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 up. So this is a very, very easy dish to make. You can make it with your kids easily. This makes your kitchen smell delicious. You know, I have those mushrooms and onions cooking on over there. Okay, and then we'll just put 2 more matzah on just for good measure. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. All right, press it down a little bit. All right, now you're gonna dump some sauce on it. And I mean dump the sauce on, okay? Again, my favorite jarred sauce. So let's top this lasagna off. I spread the sauce on top. This was a whole jar of sauce, okay? Now I'm going to put the cheese on top. This is just shredded mozzarella cheese. I bought, a package that has 2 cups in it so what is that, 8 ounces? About an 8-ounce package. And I'm not going to need all of this, so I want to cover it as really as much as you'd like. If you love cheese, you can put a ton on. I love cheese. So I'm going to make sure I have every little spot covered with shredded mozzarella cheese. And look at there, I used almost the whole package up. Okay, I think that looks good. So remember I said that the pan is a little thin? You know, it's just not that deep. I'm putting it on top of a baking sheet in case the sauce spills over. You don't want it to get on your oven and create all that smoke and have your fire alarm go off. So put it on a cookie sheet. Now we're gonna come on over here, put it in the oven. I have it set at 350 and this will probably take 20 to 25 minutes. You want it in so that all of the cheese is melted and it's heated through. But you don't want the cheese to really burn. So not too long. You don't want to burn that cheese. Okay, so let me plop this in. Da-da-da. Okay. So as that is baking, we will wait and I'll come back and give it a little taste. Okay, time to take the lasagna out. And I have to say, oh, it looks good. It smells really good. I wish you could smell it, but you will because you'll probably make this at home. Okay, so I have to say, I did tell you about 20, 25 minutes. No, that's wrong. It took about 35 to 40 minutes. This is a pretty dense lasagna because of all of the matzah and vegetables in it, so keep that in mind. But this is what it really should look like. Okay. So let's go here. Now we're going to try this lasagna, and I have to say, I have never made this before, so I am going to be tasting it with you, friends. So the matzah is nice and soft, cut right through it. The vegetables, just very tender. Okay. It's good. It's really good. I have to say I was a little skeptical about the cottage cheese, but it's great. Very, very tasty. So I think this would be a nice dish with a lovely Pinot Noir if you would like. It's filling. So this is a very cost-effective meal that could take you through a couple of days of Passover. So bam, there you go. 1 or 2 days of Passover meal, dinner taken care of. Enjoy. Thank you.